Hello everyone, welcome to online lecture series of Sit Vidya Mandir High School Junior College Science and Commerce. In chemistry subject, I am teaching Ionic Equilibria, chapter Ionic Equilibrium, and today I will cover these topics. First, hydrolysis of salt, very most important part. Second, buffer solution. Third, solubility product. And fourth, common ion effect. So as you know that, myself Rajneesh Pandey for chemistry. Now, hydrolysis of salt. Before explaining this hydrolysis of salt, first we should know types of salts. So first, salts of strong acid and strong base. As we know that salt is made up by the combination of acid and base. So when our acid and base both are strong, then that salt is called what? Salts of strong acid and strong base. So salts which derived from strong acid and strong base are called salt of strong acid and strong base. For example, NaCl. When we consider NaCl, then NaCl is made up by the combination of NaOH, which is strong base, and HCl, which is strong acid. So when NaOH strong base and HCl strong acid will combine, then it form NaCl salt and water. So this salt is called salts of strong acid and strong base. Similarly, Na2SO4, NaNO3, KCl, KNO3. Now weak salts of strong acid and weak base. So salts which derived from strong acids and weak bases. Acid will be strong but base will be weak. For example, NH4Cl. Now NH4OH is a weak base and HCl is a strong acid. So when we combine this acid and base, then we get the salt of the strong acid and weak base. Similarly, CuSO4, NH4NO3, CuCl2. Third, salt of weak acid and strong base. Salts which derive from weak acid and strong bases. Now acid is weak and base are strong. For example, CH3COONA, sodium acetate, KCN, Na2CO3. These are the examples of the salt of weak acid and strong base. Now fourth one, salt of weak acid and weak base. Salts which derive from the weak acids and weak base. Both acid and base are weak. For example, CH3COONH4, NH4CN. Now when we consider ammonium acetate, it is made up by the acetic acid as a weak acid and ammonium hydroxide as a weak base. That it forms the salt of the ammonium acetate, which is the weak acid and weak base salt. What is the concept of hydrolysis? So hydrolysis of salts is defined as the reaction in which cations or anions or both ions of salts react with ions of water to produce acidity or alkalinity, or sometimes even neutrality. It means what? Hydrolysis means what? As we know that salt is made up by the cation and anions. So when cation or anions or both ions react with the ion of waters, means H plus ion, otherwise OH minus ion. So that process is called what? Hydrolysis. In this hydrolysis of salt, first we consider the hydrolysis of salt of strong acids and strong bases. Actually, when we consider the salts of strong acid and strong bases, it is not hydrolyzed. What is the reason behind this? When we consider NaCl as a salt of strong acids and strong base. So NaCl in aqueous solution will dissociate as a Na plus and Cl minus. NaCl is the strong salt of the strong acid and strong base, that's why it will be completely dissociate in aqueous solution. On that basis, Na plus and Cl minus when react with water, then it form the HCl and NaOH. HCl is the strong acid and NaOH is a strong base, which also dissociate completely. So when we consider the dissociation of HCl and NaOH, it gives the reverse reaction more strongly in compared to the forward reaction. Means formation of HCl by combination of H plus ion and Cl minus ion is weaker than the dissociation of HCl into the H plus and Cl minus ion. Similarly for NaOH. It means what? It not interact with water, it completely dissociate and form the Na plus and Cl minus. That's why we can say that it is not dissociate, it is not hydrolyzed. See this, HCl and NaOH when react with water, then it form what? H3O plus, Cl minus, Na plus and OH minus. Thus, reactants and products are same. This implies that neither the cation nor anion of the salt react with water, or there is no hydrolysis. Reason is that when HCl will dissociate from the H plus and Cl minus, NaOH will dissociate from the Na plus and OH minus, and that common ion will be cancel, Cl, Na plus ion cancel. So finally we get H2O dissociate into the H plus ion and Cl, OH3 minus ion. H plus ion and OH minus ion. So we can say that this is not a reaction of the hydrolysis. Now when we consider second one, salts of strong acids and weak bases. In this case, when we consider the example of copper sulfate, CuSO4, in aqueous solution copper sulfate will dissociate into the Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. Now CuSO4 salt of strong acid and H2SO4 and weak base CuOH twice. Therefore, the hydrolysis equilibrium of CuSO4 is written as Cu2 plus ion, which is the cation of the salt, react with water and it form the CuOH twice and 2H3O plus ion. So in this case, in this salt, cation of salt will react with water and form the copper hydroxide and hydronium ion. So here in this case it is hydrolyzed. Due to presence of the excess H3O plus ion, the resulting solution of CuSO4 become what? Acidic. Now third one, salt of weak acids and weak bases. CH3CONA, it will be dissociated to the CH3CO minus ion and Na plus ion. In this case, CH3COO is what? Cation from the weak acid. Therefore, CH3COONA is the salt of weak acid like CH3COOH and strong base NaOH. Therefore, the hydrolysis equilibrium of the CH3CONA is written as CH3O minus plus H2O will give the CH3CO minus and CH3CO minus plus OH minus, or CH3CONA will give CH3COOH plus Na plus and OH minus. As a result, excess of OH minus ion present in the solution, so solution become basic. So in salt, if acid is strong, then solution will be acidic. In salt, if base is strong, then solution will be basic. So now, in hydrolysis of salt, we discuss the fourth one, salt of weak acids and weak bases. In this case, both acid and base are weak. Consider weak acid like Ha and weak base like BOH form a salt Ba. So Ba will dissociate into the B plus and A minus. The hydrolysis reaction involves the interaction of both ions of the salt with water. B plus plus A minus plus H2O form the BOH and HA. BOH is the weak base and HA is the weak acid. So this is salt which is made up by the combination of weak acid and weak base. On the basis of strength of weak base and weak acid, salts of weak acid and weak base are three types. First, if Ka is greater than Kb, where Ka is the dissociation constant of weak acid and Kb is the dissociation constant of weak base. As we know that when value of K is greater then acidic strength is more, when K value is less then acidic strength is less. Similarly for Kb. In this case K is greater than the Kb. It means what? Dissociation constant of weak acid is greater than the dissociation constant of weak base. Therefore our solution will be acidic. Now here in second case, if Ka is less than Kb, it means dissociation constant of weak acid is less than dissociation constant of weak base, then solution will be basic. Reason is what? Basic strength is more in compared to the acidic strength. Now third one, if Ka is equal to the Kb, dissociation constant of weak acid is equal to the dissociation constant of weak base, the solution will be what? Neutral. Salt of weak acid and weak base for which dissociation constant of weak acid Ka is greater than Kb. Then example NH4F, where K is 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 4 and Kb is 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5. The salt hydrolyzes as NH4 plus and F minus will react with the water H2O, then it form NH4OH and HF. Now in this case, in case of NH4OH and HF, NH4OH is a weak base and HF is a weak acid, but acidic strength of HF is more than the basic strength of NH4OH. Therefore, solution will be acidic. Now, second condition, salt of weak acid and weak base in which Ka is lesser than Kb. Otherwise, Kb is greater than the Ka. For example, NH4CN is the salt of the weak acid and weak base. HCN, its a dissociation constant K is the 4 into 10 raised to minus 10, and weak base NH4OH. Here is the dissociation constant of weak base is the 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5. That's showing what? Kb is greater than the Ka. Hydrolysis as NH4 plus Cn minus react with water, then it form the NH4OH plus HCN, where both one is the weak base and weak acid, but in this case basic strength is greater than the acidic strength. The base NH4OH is stronger than the acid HCN, therefore solution is basic. Now third condition in which both one is equal, dissociation constant of weak acid is equal to the dissociation constant of weak base. For example, CH3COONH4 ammonium acetate is a salt of the weak acid, acetic acid. Its strength is the 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5, and weak base NH4OH, its strength is the 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5 dissociation constant. Then hydrolysis as CH3CO minus plus NH4 plus react with water, then it form the acetic acid CH3COOH plus ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. In this case, both have the same strength, therefore solution is the neutral. Now buffer solution. Next topic is what? Buffer solution. In hydrolysis of salt, lot of numericals problem are here and a lot of formulas are here, but it is not given in your textbook. So later I will give that different formulae which use in the calculation of the hydrolysis of salt, related to the hydrolysis numericals. So first we discuss about the buffer solutions. What is the buffer solutions? So buffer solution is defined as a solution which resists drastic changes in pH when small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong acid or strong base or water added to it. It means what? When we add small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base or water in the solution, but its pH remain same, that is called what? Buffer solution. Types of buffer solutions. First, acidic buffer solution. Solution containing a weak base and its salt with the strong base is called the acidic buffer. It means what? This buffer solution formed by the combination of the weak acid and salt of strong base. For example, combination of acetic acid and sodium acetate. In this case, acetic acid CH3COOH as a weak base and its salt of strong base like CH3COONA. When we combine these two things, then we get the solution which is called what? Acidic buffer solution. Now formula used for this acidic buffer solution to determine the pH of solution. pH is equal to pKa plus log to the base 10 concentration of salt upon concentration of acid. I repeat, pH of solution, buffer solution, acidic buffer solution can calculate it by using this formula. pH is equal to pKa plus log to the base 10 concentration of salt upon concentration of acid, whereas pKa is the minus log base 10 Ka and Ka is the dissociation constant of acid. Now basic buffer solution. So solution contain the weak base and salt of strong acid. In the basic buffer solution, for example, combination of NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide as a weak base and salt of strong acid like ammonium chloride NH4Cl, then it form the basic buffer. And formula use POH is equal to pKb plus log to the base 10 salt concentration upon base concentration, whereas pKb is equal to minus log to the base 10 Kb, where Kb is the dissociation constant of base. These equations are known to the Henderson-Halbach equation. Now, buffer action. How this buffer solution prevent its pH after addition of strong acid and strong base in a small amount. So when we consider acidic buffer, which is the combination of the weak acid and salt of strong base, then this weak acid CH3COH will dissociate partially CH3CO- and H plus, and the salt of strong base like CH3CONA, which completely dissociate, then it forms the CH3CO- and Na plus. It means when we consider this acidic buffer, then this buffer containing these ions CH3CO-, H plus Na plus as well as CH3COOH, because this CH3COOH is what? Partially dissociate. So these ions and molecule present in the solution. Now when we add acid like strong acid HCl, then it will complete dissociate H plus and Cl minus. As we know that pH of solution can decided by the hydrogen ion concentration. So when we add strong acid HCl in solution, then HCl will complete dissociate H plus and Cl minus. It means H plus concentration increases in solution. So it can disturb the pH. But actual this excess H plus ion which is produced by the HCl immediately consumed by this acetate ion CH3COOH minus, CH3CO minus, and it form the CH3COOH, acetic acid. So because of the formation of acetic acid by consumption of this H plus ion, its pH remain constant. Similarly, when we add the strong base like NaOH, it will dissociate into the Na plus and OH minus, where OH minus can combine with the H plus and form the H2O. And concentration of H plus will be decreased and pH can disturb. But this OH minus ion consumed by the acetic acid and it form the acetate ion and H2O, by which its pH remain constant. So we are observing here, when we add small amount of strong acid or strong base, then its H plus ion and OH minus ion consumed by this, it's a acetate ion, otherwise acetic acid, and because of that its H plus concentration remain constant, therefore its pH remain constant. Now preparation of buffer solution, properties of buffer solution. So pH of buffer solution does not change appreciable because of what? First, by addition of small amount of either strong acid or strong base, its pH remain constant. Second, on dilution, when we dilute the buffer solution, then its pH remains same, and when it kept for the long time, then again its pH remain same. So these are the properties of the buffer solutions. Now applications of buffer solution. This buffer solution first applicable in biochemical system. As we know that pH of blood in our body is what? 7.36 to 7.42. And decreasing or increasing 0.2 pH can disturb the body function. So pH is applicable in our body, and this is maintained by the buffer solution. In agriculture, the choice of the fertilizer depend upon the pH of the soil. When we find out the pH of soil, then we can decide which fertilizer is used in this soil. In industry, as we know that in paper industry, dyes industry, link industry, paint industry, drug industries, in all these industries, buffer solutions are important. And medicines, preparation of some medicines like the penicillin, magnesium, citrate, we have to maintain the pH. Analytical chemistry, in determination of the cations or anions, in qualitative analysis, we require the buffer solution. Now, solubility product, solubility equilibria. What is solubility equilibria? Suppose a soluble salt such as AgCl dissolve in water, but this is the sparingly soluble salt. What is this sparingly soluble salt? Salt which slightly dissolve in water. So most of the salt remain undissolved. Thus, An equilibrium exists here. AgCl solid which slightly dissolve in water and form the AgCl aqueous, and which dissolve is completely dissociate into the Ag plus and the Cl minus. So expression for its equilibrium constant is K is equal to Ag plus concentration Cl minus concentration upon AgCl concentration. The concentration of undissolved solid like AgCl is constant. We may write as K dash. Because excess AgCl present in the solution, so we can consider as a constant K dash. So now this K dash will multiply with K. Then we get what? K into K dash is equal to Ag plus concentration Cl minus concentration. The product of K into K dash is another constant called as solubility product, which is represented by Ksp. So now Ksp is equal to Ag plus concentration and Cl minus concentration. Now in solubility product, consider a salt like BxAy, and its solubility equilibrium is dissociate as like the BxAy solid will dissociate like the XBy minus aqueous and YaX plus aqueous. The solubility product is Ksp is equal to concentration of By minus raised to X and X plus raised to Y. Thus, in the saturated solution of the sparingly soluble salt, the product of equilibrium concentrations of the constituent ions raised to the power of equal to their respective coefficient in the balanced equilibrium expressed at a given temperature is called solubility product. So this is the proper definition of the solubility product. Now, relationship between solubility product and solubility. How to derive the equation? So first we consider solubility. Solubility of a compound is the amount in gram that dissolve per unit volume. Molar solubility, the number of moles of compound that dissolve to give 1 liter of saturated solution is called its molar solubility, when number of mole is what? 1. Now, molar solubility, mole per liter is equal to what? Solubility gram per liter upon molar mass in gram per liter. So consider a salt like BxAy that will be dissociate X By plus and YaX minus. So Ksp is equal to concentration of By plus raised to X and Ax minus raised to Y if S is molar solubility of the compound. Therefore, concentration of By plus is equal to XS mole per liter and concentration of Ax minus is equal to Ys mole per liter. Therefore, we can consider Ksp is equal to Xs raised to power X and Ys raised to power Y. Finally, it become what? X to power X, Y to power Y, S to power X plus Y. Now this is the formula, very most important formula. You note down this formula. Remember always Ksp is equal to X power X, Y to power Y and S to power X plus Y. Now some examples. First, AgBr which dissociate Ag plus and Br minus. In this case X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 1. Therefore, we can write here Ksp is equal to S into S is equal to S square. In second example, in this case PbI2 which dissociate into the Pb2 plus 2I minus. Now coefficient of the Pb2 plus is 1 and coefficient of I minus is equal to 2. It means that we can say that x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. So now Ksp is equal to x to power x means what? 1 to power 1. Y to power y means what? 2 to power 2. And s to power x plus y means 1 plus 2. So finally we get 4s raised to 3. See this third example. AlOH thrice. Aluminium hydroxide will dissociate as a Al3 plus and 3OH minus. Now x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. So we can write here 1 to power 1 and 3 to power 3 and s to power 1 plus 3. Then we get the 27s raised to power 4. Now condition for precipitation. Condition of precipitation is what? When we get the precipitate, so first condition, if IP is the ionic product, IP is equal to the Ksp, that is the solubility product. So when ionic product is equal to the solubility product, the solution is saturated and solubility equilibria exists, we not get the precipitate. Second condition, if ionic product is greater than the solubility product, then the solution is supersaturated and we get the precipitate. Third condition, when ionic product is less than the solubility product, then solution is what? Unsaturated and we not get this precipitate. So only one condition is here for the precipitation when ionic product will be greater than the solubility product. Now common N effect. What is common N effect? Actually, we can define this common N effect. Degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte will suppressed due to addition of strong electrolyte which containing common N. That is called the common N effect. For example, consider a weak acid like the acetic acid CH3COOH and its salt like CH3COONA. Therefore, solution contains CH3COOH will partially dissociate into the CH3CO minus and H plus, and CH3CONA will dissociate CH3CO minus and Na plus. So both containing CH3CO minus ion. Therefore, according to Le-Chatelier principle, CH3CO minus ion concentration increases in right hand side. Therefore, equilibria will shift in the left hand side and it give the more CH3COH. It means what? Degree of dissociation of weak acid CH3COH will suppressed and we get more amount of the CH3COH. This is called the common N effect. And this happened because of the addition of the strong electrolyte which containing common ion like CH3CONA. So in case of CH3COH, which is the weak acid, will dissociate like CH3CO minus and H plus. But in this solution, when we add CH3COONA, which dissociate into the CH3CO minus and Na plus, then degree of dissociation of weak acid acetic acid will decrease. Suppose when we take the 10 mole of this acetic acid and its 0.2 mole will dissociate, but due to addition of the strong electrolyte like sodium acetate, its degree of dissociation decreases. It become 1.8. Otherwise it become 0.18. Otherwise it become what? 0.15. So degree of dissociation will suppressed due to addition of the strong electrolyte which containing common ion. So we apply the Le-Chatelier principle and we get this one. Another example like that's what is the effect of the common ion effect and solubility? What is the relation? So presence of the common ion effect, solubility of the sparingly soluble salt also decreases. Like the AgCl as a sparingly soluble salt. So in AgCl solution, when we add the AgNO3, then Ag plus concentration increases, which is the common ion, and we get the precipitate of AgCl. So thank you, and here this chapter completed. Next we discuss another chapter, alcohol, phenol, ether. Thank you so much.